Okay, before we get into the actual video, I would just like to address two things. One is that this was recorded while I still had an enormous cold, so my voice is gonna sound kind of crap, but hey, what can you do? Re-record the whole thing? Nah. The second thing is that in this video, I point out a problem and I suggest a solution to that problem, but I don't really believe in the fact that just because I play the game, I know how to do what the devs do. There are probably reasons as to why my suggestions wouldn't work out in reality, but I still think there are some good ideas in here, and if nothing else, I think they can be a good discussion starter. So have a look and then join in with your opinion on what you think about what I have to say here. All right. With that said, Piggy, roll the intro. Yes, now. Hi there, my name is John Felix, or the Battlerite Profiler. Today I want to talk about how I think SLS kinda missed a window to keep people hooked to the game. Lately we've seen the concurrent player numbers dwindle down after having been a bit better right after the big patch. I've talked before about how much I liked the big patch. Even the things that I didn't really like, I liked, because while there was some things that weren't great and needed some fixing, and some things that were straight up bad and needed to be removed, bye barrels, no one will miss ya. All of these things were very interesting. Things were happening and we had a lot of reasons to play, look at and talk about Battlerite. And this period when a lot of people were showing interest in the game again is the window I'm talking about. This would have been the perfect time to, if not release, at least reveal a new champion or something, and there were two reasons for this. One is that all these people who are playing, looking at, talking about Battlerite meant that there are a lot of people who would see whatever new thing they'd announce. The other is that it would probably make it way more likely for these people who came for the big patch to get a reason to stay around. What we've seen now is a bunch of people having walked by, seen the big patch and thought, ooh, what's this? I should check this out. And then they've seen it, nothing else happened, so they just kept walking and found something else to look at for a while. What you want is something that makes people lean in, and then while they're there, you want something else that makes them lean in some more, and then another thing that makes them lean in even more, until they lean so far in that eventually they fall over the edge and you got them. But now it feels like SLS keep doing stuff that makes people lean in the first time but never really follow up, so every time something new happens we're just back to square one, instead of having more and more people get more and more hooked to the game. Instead of that, imagine if they did something like this. They release something that makes a lot of people lean in and look. Maybe the tournament system. That is something that a lot of people are waiting for. But when they do this, they have a bunch of other stuff ready that they can release not long after the tournament system. Like 1 week after the tournament system, they release a picture of 3 new champions, all with the same theme but for 1 role each. Then the people who came for the tournament system get excited about that. Next week, the name and list of abilities for 1 champion is revealed, and the week after that, that champion is released. Then repeat. The week after champion 1 is released, you announce the name and the abilities for champion 2, and the following week you release that. Week after that, name and abilities for number 3, and the week after you release champion number 3. If I have my math down, that would mean that we get the tournament system and 3 champions in 8 weeks. For those weeks, however, we only get an announcement of what's happening the following week. But still, for an 8-week period, people would have something new to play, look at, and or talk about every single week. Now this is obviously an unrealistic pace for the long run. To do something like this you'd need to have all the stuff completed before you even announce the first thing. So after a period like this, you'd naturally have to release new content at a slower but still regular pace. But once in a while when something big happens, like the new season of each battle pass, I think it's really important that there's more content that you can push out quickly to follow up and capitalize on the interest that the first big thing generated. This video became somewhat the ramblings of a madman, but I've thought about this quite a lot lately and wanted to make a video about it, so here we are. As usual, if you enjoyed this, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tell me what you think about this, either in the comments or in my Discord. A link to that can naturally be found in the description. Thank you all for watching.